Hello, welcome to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. My name is Claire Hill, self-belief and business coach and founder of the Vivid Business Club. How are you doing? I am batch recording today and I feel so freaking prepared for I've even planned all the podcast episodes. I know that Hannah right now is really proud of me. We've got a new system because I have two team members now. I have Hannah and Suze, and I can't organise myself and Hannah and Suze. But basically I have to organise the strategy of it all. So we've done that, and then Hannah's and Suze have built this wonderful system. And then Hannah tells me what to do for the podcast, and I love it. So good. So good. All my to-do lists and the tools work with inside the Productivity Academy. But what the best thing about the Productivity Academy is you get a bonus of my organisational structure, which I created. It took me about 2 months to create last year. I've updated it really recently to include Suze and Hannah. And I've created a template that you can use for your business. It's worth about 200 quid, probably worth more than that, because it allows you to know how to delegate to other people in your team and how to be more organised. It's so good. It's one of the bonuses of my amazing Productivity Academy course. Freaking love it. If you want to go and check it out, you can go to my website, and it's just in the menu, Productivity Academy. I think it's clairehill.uk/academy. And I've got a free masterclass as well. And I think you have to go to clairehill.uk/productivity. There you go, babes. Also, just a really quick note. I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say. I'm just going to talk about the Dream Team Mastermind. I think the waiting list is closed now. But get yourself on the Vivid Business Club waitlist if you want to get involved, because you're going to want to be on there. Right. Pricing strategy. This is part 3 of the reason you're not getting sales because you're not charging enough series. And this one is all about the fact that you're not charging enough because you have no idea how to charge. No idea how to. Oh, I've forgotten. I've got to turn the fan off again. Sorry for the background. I was going to say humping. It's not humping, is it? It's hum from the fan. It's lovely and warm here still, because same place I was when I was recording the last episode. Pricing strategy. So a lot of the time I come across people who don't know how to charge for what they create or their services. So it means that they just wing it. And I remember one of the first things I made for Vivid Business Club. No, not Vivid Business Club, Vivid Wire. I was like that. Yeah, that'll do. I just was like, number. Now, sometimes it's okay to do that. If it's like an energetic situation, like coaching maybe, or a product, and you just think, oh, do you know, I really want to charge £77 for it, then great. There's, with the Vivid Business Club, the event coming up, I worked out all of the costings and then worked out my favourite angel number that was closest to the costs so that it felt magic to buy the ticket. So that's all okay. But did you hear what I said then? I worked out the costings. I knew how much to price before I then was like, yeah, that the closest angel number to that is 222. So 222, yeah, £222 for the Vivid Business Club event, which is coming quick. I'm so excited. I need to tell you all about that, don't I? Anyway, so with this pricing strategy, first up, I want you to decide how much money you want to turn over in the next year. Okay, so if you're listening to this end of August, beginning of September, this is perfect. This is bang in line with the thirds planning model, which is the model of planning for business planning that I have created. It is mine, nobody else. If anyone else is talking about it, it was from my brain. The thirds planning model is all about planning your business from September to September, okay, in line with the academic year. Feels good, fantastic. This time right now is like reflection time as I'm recording this in August. Now, I want you to have that number and then add another 10, 20 grand onto it, because you'll probably not reaching high enough. So let's say you've just said to yourself, I want to turn over 30,000. Okay. I want you to make that 50. If you're running your own business, I feel like 50 is like the minimum you should turn over. Okay. And now I know some of you have just shit in your knickers, and that's okay, because I'm here to push you. I'm not here to tell you, oh, do you know what? Yeah, stick to 6 to 15, stick to 12 grand, then you won't have to pay any tax. Go on, babes. You know, let's put a ceiling on that success. You are in the wrong place if you want a ceiling on your success. So have that amount. So say it's 50,000 for sake. I'm just going to get my calculator actually, because I need to do some maths in real time. Love maths. So £50,000. Now, say, how many weeks off do you want a year? If you have children, I would recommend you put in that you want 10 weeks off a year. That takes into consideration that you will probably want to work in the holidays here and there. I'm working today. It's a summer holiday still in England, and I have been very happy to drop my son at childcare this morning, and he's going again tomorrow. I'm very happy that I've done that. That makes me a better mum. I pay for that childcare because I need to. No, I really want to. And I don't mind. Like, I enjoy paying for childcare, knowing that when my son is collected, I would have missed him and I will be a better version of myself. So there you go. So if you are going to work 40 weeks in the year, take into consideration Christmas and stuff like that, I have about 12 weeks off a year. But complete weeks off where I don't do any work, I probably have 6, maybe 7 or 8. But like weeks where I don't do any work at all, my phone is off. Okay, so let's just, for argument's sake, I'm going to get £50,000 turnover, and we're going to divide that into 40 weeks because they're the weeks you're going to work. Remember, we're not salaried. Okay, so at the moment we've got a total of turnover for the weeks you're working at £1,250. I'm just going to write this down so I don't lose my thread. But I want to set your business up so you're making money while you're not working. So this is we're going to do another revenue stream. So we've got £1,250 as our, you might need to go and get a notebook, by the way, as the amount that we are earning while we're working. But we need to know what that is in regards to all year round. So I'm going to now multiply that number. No, we're going to get our £50,000 and divide it by 52. So a turnover of 961. I'm going to average that. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to stick with the first one. I was just trying to make it easier for you. No, I'm not. So £1,250 turnover per week. Okay. Turnover, remember, we're not looking at profit right now. I just want to think about revenue. You can make more profit very easily by looking at your costings, looking at your efficiency, stuff like that. But that isn't what we're here for. This is about having a pricing strategy. And you don't look at your price. Obviously, you've got to make your profit, but let's go for revenue first. But I also want you to have a profit margin of around 70%. If you are working from home, that's anything better than that. Anything less than that, we can tweak. All right. I know if you deal with metal, it might have to be a bit less than that. Okay. So I'm just saying that. So £1,250. By the way, if you've got any questions about this, please comment on the podcast. I want to hear them. How many hours are you going to work a week? I would say 30 is all right. So that's going to take us to £42. It was £41.67 an hour. I'm going to round that down to £40 an hour. And all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? £40 an hour is not that much money for what you do. Okay. Then if you're going to bring in £40 an hour, where are your costings? So when I was, I'll be honest, when I was a wire artist, I went, and I still do, I charge about 80 to 90 pounds an hour now if I do any wire art, sometimes 100, depending on the project. I did one recently and I charged, I think, 120 pounds an hour. So it depends on the project. But say it was £40, and then your costings on top for the materials you're going to use are £20 and it takes you half an hour to make something. So say it's a necklace. Let's just think about this very quickly if you're jewellery. So that's £40 divided by 2 because it's half an hour is 20. So your minimum that you should charge is £40 for that necklace, plus any fees on top of that, probably about a tenner. So I would say that necklace that has taken you half an hour to make and has cost you £20 for materials, you should charge £50 for. Simples. If you're an artist, let's think you want to pay yourself. I mean, again, artist minimum is £40. Now, how many hours has it taken you? Your materials are probably going to be, I'm thinking of one artist in particular, materials are going to be quite cheap. So say plus canvas, say they're still £20 for your materials, but it's taken you 5 hours to make that piece of art. So that's £200 plus things. Then you want to get it framed. So that's another 50 quid. You've got to spend time packaging it up. Takes bloody ages doing that. That's another hour sometimes. And then you've got the fees on top. So you're looking at a piece minimum of charging £300 for a piece of art that's taking you 5 hours. Doesn't seem a lot. Then if it was me, I would be like, right, I'm sticking another 200 on it. There was a piece of wire art I did, and I did all of the costings and then thought, the value of this, it's 5 meters long and 1.5 meters tall. I'm doubling that quote. Sent it off, they paid it. It's that easy it can be. Services, think about charging yourself by the hour, but you have got to look at how long does it take you to create the emails around the marketing campaign? How long does it take you to do your content? How long does it take you to work with those clients in the background? What is all of the bits and bobs to do with the tech behind the website to deliver the package that they're paying for? What about the product development? You've got to add all of that up and charge yourself by the hour to come up with your price. Then you've got to think about the value, the transformation, what are they going to get out of it to add to your price as well. Now, this strategy I teach inside the Vivid Business Club in a bit more detail with a bit more support. And this is the benefit of being inside the Vivid Business Club, okay? Now, all 3 parts, even if you have got imposter syndrome, I'm there in those business boost sessions twice a month to support you with anything that comes up in regards to imposter syndrome. If you're thinking about fear, if you're scared of increasing your prices, I'm there as well as all of the other members to lift you up and support you, and for the members to share stories with you about when they have increased their prices and it's worked out perfectly. I'm also there to go through with your pricing. So, okay, let's do this together in a business boost session. Plus, part of the Vivid Business Club is that you can have access to me one-to-one with mini impact calls, a 15 minutes, short, sharp bursts of a bit of Claire energy and strategy into your business whenever they are available. For £67 a month. You're not telling me you're not going to make more than that as soon as you've got this strategy into place. Now, remember, there is that bit where you have to hold your nerve. You put those prices up and it's going to feel scary. But when you know that you have followed a strategy and it is rock solid and it means that you can deliver your business without the feeling of resentment, you're going to want to do it again and again and again. And make sure that if your doubt is telling you, oh, you can't charge that much because, I don't know, your packaging shit or there's certain things on your website that are a bit sticky, sort them out. Don't let your doubt win. Don't go, oh, do you know what? I can't charge that much because my boxes are shit. Go and get more expensive boxes for your jewellery and then charge more. It's still a cost, isn't it? Okay, my beauts. Oh, I've enjoyed doing this series. Tell me, is there any other series that you would like to see from me? Obviously, I'm still doing that Increase Your Business and Business Confidence series. At the moment, there's 2 parts. There might be 3 or 4. We'll see. But yeah, think about putting your name down on that Dream Team Mastermind as well. No, actually, I said, no, I'm not talking about Dream Team, am I? Because I don't know if it's open, but definitely the Vivid Business Club waiting list is still open. Get yourself on it, get yourself on it, get yourself on it. You won't regret it. All right, have a wonderful day wherever you are. Speak to you soon.